Do, 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 do. All right, it's about that time again where I go ahead and I do one of the months in review. I kind of stagnated on doing these. I haven't done one in the last 2 months, so I thought it'd be a good idea to actually do it whilst I'm streaming to go ahead and actually give a good account for what I've been doing, what I've been up to, etc. And the simple answer is, and this is for both June and July, I'm just going to combine them all in one. Um, at this point, I've generally reached a point where I'm quite content with what I'm doing. And at this point, I'm quite, you know, we all remember how we. I'd imagine everybody who watches these sorts of videos know the depths. They know how fucking deep the fucking despair went for a long period of time. Um, but I've reached a point where I can actively call myself happy. I can actively kind of enjoy where I'm at. I'm in a position where I'm doing things on a daily basis, like watching Wolford. That's a genuine passion that I genuinely love. And at this point, I'm able to put myself in positions where I'm actually able to succeed rather than slaving away fucking 3 days a week in a workshop for no money. I suppose the main crux of this previous month is obviously I don't know if I mentioned it too much, but I definitely talked about a decent chunk. Um on Obviously last year, me and the boss man had some words, and that resulted in me leaving. Well, in this previous month, he kind of offered the olive branch, as if you will. Said, hey, it's something I'd be willing to do. We can sort it out at some point. But that conversation being had fucking absolutely ruined me for a week, where I then was absolutely fed up with everything and didn't want to do anything, and had kind of said, fuck this. And I think it's one thing I want to get better at doing because I've never been particularly good at it. And it could, in line, be a part of the autism where, you have a schedule and you have everything you do and you're prepared for all of the things you normally do. When you suddenly, when you suddenly, uh, when you have a sudden change in your routine or something is there that's not usually there. In this case, the kind of anxiety from having to sort and having to work on uh it's just that underlying anxiety where I wasn't able to, and obviously we haven't settled things, the time's not been right. He said he needed to take some time to figure out how he was going to tackle it, so I've just kind of been in limbo since then. That's probably been the hardest thing I've had to deal with in the last little bit, honestly. Like, otherwise it's been pretty smooth sailing. I've not really had any reason to uh be upset. um I finished Game of Thrones. That was probably last month, and obviously this month I start Prison Break, which is a fucking great show. Currently, the Watching Wolford channel is getting comment botted, which is quite funny because we're getting silly comments like, nah, I'd like to watch your video while my fucking while my boyfriend massages my feet. Thank you, Watching Wolford. And the current kind of wording is clowns and meatheads, which I think is very funny. I think it's very funny to kind of see that trajectory of all the comments. But all in all, just been back to normal. I also got back into doing the old streamingtons. Can't tell. Just once or twice a week when I have the time, because watching Wolford takes up a lot of my time. But it's been really fun to just go back to streaming The Simpsons and chilling out with the peeps. Um, I will say there probably will be a lot to talk about in the August one, because obviously August is the busy month of my year, where I'm cat sitting for my sister, and then the third week in August, I think I am off to London to go and see All In. It's an AEW show. That's in the Wembley Arena. which will be highly stressful. Never been to London before. Uh, the biggest place I've been to is fucking Swansea. So it will be quite stressful that month. I'll probably be, and even after it's done, I'll probably fucking be like, oh, well, fucking hell. I'm gonna go on a 3-week break. Leave me the fuck alone, please. Also got potentially fucking offered a obviously no one fucking knows about this part of my fucking channels, but there was also a potential Counter-Strike 2 commentary gig, which I was probed about, and I only really have been looked at it because I knew the guy who is looking for people. So yeah, banger. Well, it'll be interesting to see if that happens. If that happens, August to September will be a fucking busy old month and a half. But if I'm getting some fucking Skrilla for it, you know? If I'm getting that fucking Skrilla, I'll do it. You know, it was something I did last week, and I was like, not last week. Something I did last season. I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not a very good commentator. Oh, you want to pay me? Well, I continued watching Doctor Who. I finished the first season, series, that being Eccleston's. Enjoyed it a lot. I think of Eccleston very highly, and I'm currently going through the David Tennant series. Still on his first series, and it's been quite good so far. What else has been happening? Not much really, and obviously one more match is still going. The wrestling channel. I think at this point we're generally in a stride with one more match content, and I think what we're producing is actually quite good. So, as you said before, if you ever want to see what I'm doing primarily, obviously you have Watching Wolford, which is the main channel, and you have One More Match, which is the sister channel to that. It's kind of like I don't know, it's great fun. It's, what the fuck is that? It's great fun, and I enjoy it immensely. Like, if Watching Wolford is the fucking normal, doing One More Match is like chilling at the bar with a beer, you know? That's how I generally describe it. So, yeah. And I like to think I'm gradually getting better and better at doing all these sorts of things. But yeah, fucking busy old couple of months. But I am very much so enjoying it. It is been pretty fucking fun. And I have no real complaints other than being like, we should make up our differences. Oh, are we doing it now? Oh, nah. Nah, we'll do it when I want to. Sound. Sound. But we'll get there. We will get there. Obviously, I don't want any peace. I don't want any peace. I don't want any problems. We all know that I'm not a person who holds grudges, but this time I've held a grudge because I felt I was treated fucking horrifically. But hopefully through time, and hopefully with that conversation, whenever it happens, it becomes less of a burden on the family. Which I honestly wouldn't have let it get this far. Like, I would have just sat through Christmas, not really talking to the old boss man, but I mean, what the fuck can you do? Some people deal with things differently. But yeah, all in all, I think that is the month in review, as always. And that's the month in review for June and July. It is the calm before the storm, before August is busy as fuck. I mean, also just in general, Hollyoaks is transitioning to like a year skip. It's fucking everything's happening in August, which I'm not fucking ready for, but I will enjoy it nonetheless. But yeah, that's all for the months in review, and that is all for the stream for the months in review. Thank you for watching this. I know it's been a bit staggered since I previously did it, but yeah. So all in all, thanks for watching the month in review. Join me on the next one, where I'll probably have a lot more to talk about. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.